difficult to want to change your style, knowing how effective that your style can be? Because, like you said, 19-0, and very
19-0. Yeah, I got the switch.
Very few fighters would be able to kind of work against how you can box. Is it difficult to get away from that, knowing that you could potentially continue to box like that and remain undefeated, become unified, if not more?
No, definitely. There's stuff I want to work on. Definitely, because like I keep saying, in the gym, there's stuff that I'm doing that is unbelievable. But I'm fighting that. Today I did a few moments of it, but maintaining it is a different thing. And I think that comes with obviously a little bit more experience, a lot more time with Sugar, and seeing the stuff that worked today and implementing it over and over again. You know, I think this one was obviously a tough camp. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not here to make it. I'm ready to go for the next one.
What was the thinking behind the ring walk music?
What was it again?
You Can Hate Me Now.
It's one of my favourite songs. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, like, as I said, anything that goes, what everyone needs to understand, yeah, is I am, once again, from Hackney, worked at McDonald's, managed now to be a world champion, but like, I'm so happy and so blessed, and I thank God every day. When I wake up, I don't feel like negativity. I don't accept negativity into my life. All I accept is positivity. I feel very positive. The person I was most worried about is Sugar, and Sugar was like, give me time. I'm going to turn you into what I'm meant to turn you into. And for me, that's enough. You know, I go have a little rest and back on. And as I said, for me, no one has come close. No one has come close to beating me. You don't hear split. You don't see me getting knocked down. It's just there's certain moments I need to work on in terms of like maybe in close, because all of these guys have the same tactic of getting on my chest, and I need to work on how to push up and, you know, get some more shots off. But this will come with a bit more time.
Lawrence, because you've only had a limited time with Sugar, do you believe now that you've shaken off this ring rust that your next fight will see a much more improved version of Lawrence Okolie, one that feels more, I don't know, at home with Sugar's style that he's trying to implement with you?
Yeah, definitely, because Sugar's style is very tiring. I'll be honest with you, it's a very tiring style. It's like, it's so meticulous and so like, that's why when I saw Tyson Fury doing it in the gym, I was like, how's this guy keeping it going? Because there's particular movements. And when I did it, I hurt like every single time. There's a particular rhythm. Every single time I did it, bang, he was hurt. But it was maintaining it's a very different thing. Do you know what I mean?
What's the biggest sort of learning lesson you've took from your time with Sugar? I spoke to him earlier and he said, I'm glad there's things to work on, or else why would I be here? So what's the sort of biggest thing you can take away from your time with Sugar that he's taught you so far? I
think it's about staying consistent in what I'm doing, believing in the sort of systems that he's got in place. And also, like, it's about conditioning, keeping it going. So, like I said, I didn't believe in ring rust until today, but I felt every single round, I was like, okay, hold on. 11 more. Okay, keep going. So I hurt him. I said, empty it. I empty it. And I'm like, oh, I'm tired again. All right, cool. You know what? Let's rally on. But as I said, I don't think it was a close fight. I don't remember being in there thinking he might have it, he might not have it. It's just there's a lot of expectation on me, and I understand that as a world champion that there is a level of expectation. But as I keep saying, no one's come close. And maybe one of these guys would have seen that and said, finally, I'll take unification. Like Ben Shalom is right there, and he knows the names that I already signed for. Richard Ratpor already signed for that one. Jaya Pataya already signed for that one. Chris Billum, as much as I love him, he's my friend. Signed for. These are fights that I've already warranted. So for me, I'm not interested in like obviously David like 20-0 mandatory, but for me, I can talk all I like, but I'm ready for fights. I'm not one of these jokers.
So Richard Riatpar, is he next for you?
Once again, my name is signed. Boom. Ben's right there. Signed. I didn't come here to play games. If Richard can see that and say, I'll have a go, then Richard will feel it. And like I said, Jaya Pataya, you can, like, they're all there to feel it. Like, so it's like, for me, I know I'm going to work on 30 months out the ring, all the other nonsense that's been happening. I managed to stay focused. Most important thing is I got the win. Because I could have come here and all of these could have been like, oh, Lawrence, sorry about the timeout and what are you going to do next? No, now what everyone's saying is Lawrence Okolie won. What's next? What can I work on? So for me, 19-0, very happy, very blessed, and on to the next one.
Lawrence,
thanks for the clap in the back there. Cheers for that.
Lawrence, as you talk sports here, we know you're proud of your Nigerian heritage. We saw that with your walkout last time with Israel Adesanya and Anthony Joshua. They're fighting soon. Would a fight in Nigeria ever be of interest to you?
Yeah, that's obviously now Ben Shalom. he's promised that as well. Crazy over there. Yeah, we'll get something done before my career's over.
That sounds good. And also, we've all seen it. What are your thoughts on Eddie Hearn's comments about you?
I don't know because I haven't kept up with it. But for me, it's like fuck all them man. Like, do you know what I mean? Them man are all like for me, it is what it is. I'm just ready for what's next. Like for me, anything can be said outside the ring. It's about what I'm able to do in the ring. I got to win, and I need to push on to the next one.
Yeah.
Lawrence, you mentioned Guy up at high and Richard Jackor.
Yeah.
How long will you wait for those big fights at cruiserweight before potentially thinking, you know what, I'm just going to move up to heavyweight here because that's been teased for quite a long time?
I think it depends. Like obviously, my strength coach Duncan's over there. It's been a long time since I've had shout out to training. It's been a long time, like I said, since I've had to make weight. I've been not enjoying life, but I've been enjoying life. So now obviously with being on Boxer, I'll be able to get back in quickly, and I won't get as heavy because I'm more active. So yeah, so for me, that's the most important thing is being fit, being fresh. But like I said, I don't see why these fights aren't being made. For me, since the beginning of my career, I've always just gone for it. From Chamberlain, from Luke Watkins, all of these fights, I've just said, for me, whatever happens in my career, I'll always hold my head up high because I know win, lose or draw, I tried my best. If David Lau was able to beat me today, I shook his hand and said, well done, mate. But for me, I'm not interested in like protecting O's, not fighting this one, not fighting that one, waiting for big money. I'm very, very happy with where I'm at in all walks of life. And I'm up for putting on the line anytime.
Who's the most challenging? One of the names that you mentioned, who's the most challenging one in your eyes?
Probably Jai, I think would be the most, because he's got very good feet and he throws lots of punches. So I don't know how he is on the inside. So for me, I feel like people like David Light and Cizak have a really good way of getting on your chest and making it into more of a maul. And I have certain positions. Okay, cool. He can't work no more. But I think at this point, because of the stigma, I need to work on other stuff to kind of break off and just get to work. But we're going to work on it.
Not CBS because you know each other very well. Would that not be not CBS because you know each other very well? Obviously, coming off Shane McGuigan, who knows you well.
Yeah.
So does that not pose itself a bigger problem maybe than Jai would?
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of Chris. When we talk about fights, Chris is someone who I would fight, but I wasn't thinking of that. Chris would be a very tough fight because he's got good hand speed, works very well on the inside. Shane McGuigan's a master tactician. So I'd be very interested to see what kind of game plan they would have for me, definitely.
Okay, thanks guys, that will be all. Thank you very much.
Right,
Appreciate it.